As you know, Minneapolis Public Schools is committed to student well-being and safety as
Du
part of our
sagde jo, at
strategic
det er-
plan. Best practices in student well-being and safety involve providing
det
systems of care with students at the center. Efforts to improve school climate, safety, and learning are not separate endeavors. Our new Student Support Services Division seeks to create a comprehensive, cohesive approach that facilitates multidisciplinary collaboration. In our division, when considering student well-being and school safety and security, two critical departments are our mental health support team and our emergency management safety and security team. We seek to integrate positive school climate and safety efforts with crisis prevention, mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. In order to do this work, Student Support Services, and specifically EMSS, collaborates with our other internal partners, such as facilities, athletics, special education, the General Counsel's Office, and senior leadership. We also partner with external agencies such as Hennepin County, the City of Minneapolis, and the Department of Justice, as well as families and, most importantly, our community. Emergency management, safety, and security principles for safety and security can really be summed up by the 4 R's: ready, react, recover, and relationship. Of all of these, we consider relationships as the foundation of our work. Relationships put an emphasis on the importance of authentic engagement to build trust between students, staff, and caregivers. Authentic engagement requires making sure that every voice and perspective is heard. Ready is preparation and mitigation and commonly takes the form of emergency plans that are in place at every MPS site. This includes both training and collaboration. The REACT acronym guides our processes in the event that an emergency takes place and asks, how do we respond? R stands for recognize the situation. We coach sites to ask, what's going on? E is for evaluate. What options are available? A is for act. Here we determine what plan of action should be taken. C is for communicate. We work with our partners to determine to whom and how we should communicate. Finally, there is T for take inventory. How do we account for everyone or for all who are affected? The last R is recovery, which is the gradual process of supporting students and staff in returning to learning. Depending upon the situation, this includes collaboration with internal and external partners. Here we describe the specific work of the EMSS department. Much of this work is provided by our 13 emergency management and safety specialists. We have a handout to share with you so you can get to know each of these professionals if you're interested. The EMSS department provides training on verbal de-escalation, emergency planning, and school-based responses to incidents, just to name a few. We help sites develop and manage site emergency plans. This is the plan that prepares them for and enables them to respond to any type of incident that might occur at the school. We also assist in support and monitoring of these plans. Our department conducts site risk assessments where we look at physical environments at each site or school and make individual plans for the most safe and secure use. This often includes monitoring of locks, doors, and items such as cameras. We facilitate behavioral threat assessments, which is the process where a team of school and district staff look at student behaviors or statements to evaluate those behaviors or statements for potential harm and then to develop plans of support. We provide on-site support and coordination during critical incidents, and we also coordinate between internal and external partners such as first responders, emergency operations, and senior leaders. Finally, we support through that critical incident recovery process. This process is the way that we return to learning when an event occurs. It's multidisciplinary and includes many other departments such as academics, facilities, employee relations, along with mental health and equity in school climate.
Good afternoon.
Buenas tardes, buenas noches. Mi nombre es Moises de la Torre. My name is Moses de la Torre. I'm one of the emergency management safety and security managers. By description, I'm citywide, so I don't have the big high schools, but I'm all around town. So I'll start with some tools of support. We have what's called Genetech, which is our alarm monitoring system, which also includes our camera monitoring system. Currently in the district of Law, we have about 5,100 cameras who oversee all 74 sites. We have safe and secure entrances with our RFID badges. You know, that got pushed back during the pandemic, but we got to it, and every site is up and running. With that included 700 card readers, which makes it easier for staff to come in our building. Controlled access, like I mentioned there. School gate guardian, I think, is the greatest achievement we have right now. It's a universal, equitable visitor management system, which allows our easier vetting system for our volunteers and our families to travel within our district, right? We might have families that have kids in different areas. And we also have Entrada Communications, which is our district mass communication platform. Connects emergency safety and security, senior leadership, and communication departments, so we can have real-time information going through. It also provides drill and incident documentation, and it also provides emergency event management tool. And like Dr. Hickey mentioned earlier, in the fall, the school board supported security enhancements in response to escalating community factors. At that time, the board approved additional funding to provide 4 additional safety layers that work with our existing system and continue to support safe environments as being essential to learning. These are divided as high schools, community outreach. Each site has chosen 4 schools that were picked, were Edison, North, Henry, and South, with our north side schools picking CEO. It's a community partnership, 25 hours a week, support at dismissal or arrival, and touch outreach was chosen for South. We also have for elementaries and middle schools, we are working on hiring 6 additional security monitors. They will not be your typical security monitors, they'll be rovers. So based on the needs, they'll be moving around within the district. And then another layer that was added to it was mobile security for our properties, right? So Garda, which is our vendor that supports here at David, they're actively patrolling parking lots within MPS. They currently have 2 corridors, 2 routes. We have the Broadway corridor, and we have the south side, which is the Lake Street corridor. Sorry, I like paper. And then additional funding was allocated to our athletic events. So all athletic directors were given additional funding to support our athletics. Currently, we're in winter sports.
We're happy to take any questions or comments.
Thank you, Superintendent, and the team, for the information shared here tonight. Directors, if you have questions, please hit your request to speak button at this time on the safety update. We'll try to go through that as quickly as possible. Director Ellison.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to thank you for this presentation, and I was especially happy to see the relationship as part of the plan for emergency management, because I think that's so important and really key in how we can keep our staff and students safe. So thank you.
You talked about the monitoring that you're able to do to see if the programs are working or whatever. What level are you getting into, or are you leaving it to the principals to kind of talk with teachers? I'm teaching in St. Paul right now, and so it's really interesting the kind of engagement that people are starting to have. And it's just being in the classroom, sometimes we don't know, and we do need sometimes that direction from you. And so I'm wondering what sort of professional development training that needs to be done. It should kind of be a big priority for teachers right at the very start of the school year, and an ongoing process.
So currently, what we do is our site emergency teams, right, at the beginning of the year, we go through our admins, we help them complete their emergency plans. Each site's unique, right? As we know, we have a diverse, district, and our buildings are diverse as well. So we meet with the admin team, we try to get as much information, and based on their staffing needs, try to train the staff that's going to be part of the site emergency team. Thing I forgot to mention about Entrado is any person that's associated to the building will get an email through the district email. So you don't have to necessarily have that app on you. You'll still be teaching. I'm teaching myself. Currently not teaching, obviously, but you'll get an email saying, hey, we're in blackout, or holding place, or what is here at this point, right? Does that answer your question?
Thank you. So I have a couple questions around the safety. I have a grandson who's in the Minneapolis Public Schools, and handguns are making their way. Guns are making their way in the schools, the middle schools, the high schools, and to me, we're at a state of emergency right now to try to get some things in order to best help us to identify and also to provide resources for those youth to find out why they are going in that direction. My concern, I hear us talking about, I hate to even be thinking about metal detectors in the schools. It just bogs my mind to even think that way, but at the same time, I hate to be thinking about having the blood of another child on our hands while we're leading. So when we talk about safe and secure interests, what does that mean? Because clearly something's not safe and secure if handguns are getting into the schools.
So when we talk about safe and secure, back in 2018, long before I even came over to MPS, part of the facility program was to create safe and secure entrances for most of our sites. So our last building that got a safe and secure entrance is Justice Page. That was completed in the fall. And what we mean by that is after official school start days, the only way you can come into that building is being checked or vetted through the main office, right? So the entrance place has been revolving your question about metal detectors. We have schools that do have metal detectors. Unfortunately, there's ways of sneaking stuff in, right? I just got done with some training last week with Homeland Security female course, and the directors of U.S. Bank Stadium were talking about new technology that's coming out that can detect even plastic weapons. So it's just thinking about how different ways new tools are out there, right? Ultimately, it's as a community, we have to reach out to our kids and tell them, this is not the path we want to go.
Yeah, I would just add that, Friday morning, I was on a call with several metro superintendents, and this was a topic, and then Friday afternoon, we had this tragedy, but we were talking about that technology. There's some pilots happening, both in the metro area as well as some of the southwest region. So we will be, Dr. Hickey, her team, and I will be looking at some of that. Again, that will be a major investment for us, but again, we have to prioritize our students' safety, right? There's no learning that happens without students feeling safe in schools. So we will be bringing back those reports as we look at that throughout this spring.
Thank you. And I guess just one other thing I will mention just again as we talk about relationships. I'm all for relationships. I think that's the best route to go. But if those relationships are going to sacrifice being the authority, then we got to rethink about how we put that message out too as well. Because if the authority becomes the friend of that student that doesn't identify what the issues are and how to handle it, then that puts us all in harm. So we just really have to think about how we're going to move forward. When does we as a board step in to say we want to make it a requirement as opposed to leaving it? Because again, I feel like we're in a state of emergency. And we can't keep waiting and waiting for tragedies to happen. So we can have that discussion amongst us as a board, but these issues are there. They're taking their lives. I mean, we see it. We see St. Paul, we see the little 6-year-old that came into the school and took the life of the teacher. We see handguns that are, and these are friends that are lining up with each other. I'll put it that way. So this is a state of emergency for me. And again, being North Minneapolis, it's happening all over the place, but I don't want to become passive or complacent in the way that we're handling these situations because it's a state of an emergency for us. So, thank you. Director Emery?
Yeah, I'm going to ask kind of a big question, and we won't have time to really get into it, but I kind of want to just put it on our purview and we can talk more. So having an awareness of obviously how much of a crisis point we're at with something so black and white important, right? And knowing that things like surveillance and early intervention into a possible safety risk situation are some of the best tools that we have, right? But we also know that those same tools, especially when we're talking about our elementary age kids, but even with our secondary students, right, can sometimes be mechanisms of escalation and feeding the school to prison pipeline. We know that when we have a kid who has a first grader who has a first grade, like which is not a life and death safety risk at all, right? And we know that student is going to be hyper-surveilled with increasing intensity, and we know that hypersurveillance causes increased behavioral issues, and we know that eventually does escalate to some of the real significant threats to safety that we end up seeing later down the line. So knowing that both of these things are really important, right, and not questioning the importance of these mechanisms for the safety of our students and all of other stakeholders, how do we hold the tension between being able to recognize the difference between the importance of escalating an intervention at a point of real threat for harm versus making sure that we actually actively de-escalate away from hypersurveillance and away from, severe intervention when we're really just talking about like a kid who had a bad day. But if they're a black or brown kid or a kid who receives special education services, we know that we can do the disservice of hyper-escalating them when they wouldn't necessarily do that on their own. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think you're raising wonderful points. Do you want us to respond at any of this point, or do you want us to consider that moving forward?
I mean, we're pretty late, right? Can I basically just say this is something that I want us as a board and, as a department to continue to have conversations about? And I'm sure you're already thinking a lot about, but if we could have continued thought partnership, that'd be great. Thank you.
Thank you. Our student rep would like to weigh in tonight.
I was just kind of hoping to get more information about the community outreach groups and what kind of influence or authority they might have in the case of doing that.
So we have two that schools pick, right? We let the admins at their sites based on their needs pick CEO, which is Jimmy Northside, he's coached, well-known, respected, a lot of game communication, so he's assisted us in the past. So he has the respect of the community, and it's helped us in the past. So he's volunteered here. Sometimes when there's issues going around, he comes in and helps us out. Outreach, all gang affiliations, Southside, right? If you're familiar with the gang affiliations in Minneapolis, right? Vice Lords, GDs, and all that stuff. He has that communication, that connection to the city, or the people down there. So it helps us in the sense that they command respect from the community, and they can help us make that, right? Because we got to be honest, right? We don't have an established working order with MPD right now. So as a community, we can unite. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Thank you. Director Surreal?
Director Surreal.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah,
Madam Chair.
Thank you for that great question.
If you
could send an just listing the partnerships that you have with organizations, community leaders, that is, And also when I think about this crisis, Madam Chair, for me, it is very important that we, instead of investing in devices and metal detectors, that we invest more in mental health support. Because I know for a fact that in all of our schools there's a waiting list for students that desperately need this mental health support. Thank
you to all the presenters, for everyone working in our schools and in the central office for your efforts on all these important topics. Thank you. Next is our policy committee report. Policy committee chair Norville. Please go ahead with your committee report.
Thank you, Chair Elamine. The Policy Committee has referred one policy item to the Board tonight for a first reading, which is a proposal to revise Policy 5182 on dropping from enrollment. The proposed revisions, which were recommended by the Policy Committee, would ensure alignment with state law and will provide clear parameters to school and district staff on what must happen when a student is not in attendance for 15 consecutive days. At our first meeting last month, our committee also conducted a regular review of our policy on board director travel, heard about the various EDIA processes, and discussed committee member priorities for the year. That concludes the Policy Committee report, Chair Elamine.
Thank you, Director Norville and the committee members. Directors, are there any questions on the Policy Committee report? Please hit your tablets if there are any questions. Director Ellison.
Just a quick question about the policy review, the policy we're going to vote on next month. Does 15 days of consecutive, missing, does that include like e-learning? Did the
absolutely. Director Ellison, thanks for the question. So it would not include an e-learning day because that would be a day of instruction. So if they missed it and were unexcused, it would count, but the fact that we were in e-learning would not count, if that's helpful.
A little bit, because we say that the district provides for instruction at home or in the hospital or in another treatment facility. Does that include, is virtual learning, virtual instruction part of the at-home learning?
Virtual learning would include an e-learning day as needed to be included in that 15 days, yes. Yeah.
Director Emmerich?
Yeah, thanks, Chair. We did not have a complete, the equity consideration document was not filled out completely, and that's something that I would really like to see happen. I know that this is just to align us with state law, so there's not that much that we can do in terms of, we don't have wiggle room on the wording of the policy, and I understand that, but I still think that it's a good exercise to have an awareness of how these policies, when they come through, do disproportionately impact different groups of students and what our plan is, right? So I would just like to see that document completed.
Director Emmerich, we appreciate that feedback, and I'm looking at our group. Sarah, do you have a comment about that, or just that we will?
Thank you. Are there any other questions for the Policy Committee report? Thank you. We will see this policy on our agenda for a vote next month. Our sole action item this evening is the consent agenda. The consent agenda includes routine items that do not involve major policies, budget, or taxing decisions, bond awards for items related to the superintendent's contract or evaluation. Director Abdi, will you please move approval of this item?
So moved.
Is there a second? Approval of the consent agenda has been moved and second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none or no further discussion, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed say nay. That motion carries and the agenda is approved. I'm just going through and make sure we didn't forget anything here. Our final item this evening. It's time for directors to give a brief update on the committees they chair on any other board-related activities. Directors, if you have comments, please hit your request to speak button, and I'll run through the list. Director Surreal.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We had our ELL caucus meeting on January 27th. We had a presentation from the multilingual department. Some very concerning information regarding newcomers to our district. With all of you. Our district is certainly changing, a huge migration is taking place, and it's only getting bigger. We also had a presentation from our district lobbyist, the low-hanging fruit that we have for ELL funding is very possible, so we need to be very strategic into how we can be impactful and get the governor to do what we need to, which is to fully fund ELL. Thank you.
Thank you. Director Abdi.
Yeah, with that, Director, we had almost 700 new ELL students for this year. So that is where we support the community and everybody, the legislation, to support this new body of students to make as fast as possible to integrate our school systems. Because I'm part of the ELL. I just want to say the Finance Committee meeting will be next 4:30, next Tuesday, 21st. We know we have no school days, but we will be here. So, at 4:30, we will have half an hour earlier than normal. In addition to our regular monthly meeting, we will focus 2023-2024 school year budget development. That's my update.
Thank you. Director Jordan.
Yeah, really quickly, one of
the
things
that
I've done
district sick with them shake us, chicken the dollar go to buy the goes the letters, goes the press letter to the conjunction hang, and became a 9 here to go to shake you the calendar, tell them Jiku, talk with them shake a chicken, the Tokumu top bay, no need to pay there. Got me the Kadoku at the Capel City. With on G there, she had it. But took the information to go there. Literacy program when the Kajon Gabic a program can look and out and not a Jong Hang. The Ochorica static and near to shake on the under.
I wanted to get really quickly
on the library there. I took a specialist there.
Personally, since I've been on the board, we've seen this steady decline of librarians and specialists across the district. Some sites can operate and have families and volunteers, others do not. And it is an equity issue, and I think really fast moving forward, I would love to see our librarians become a part of the staffing. So every site has a specialist librarian. That's where our students learn to love to read, because if we just have it in the classroom part of curriculum, they're going to look at it as homework. And if it's something that's going to be considered homework, they may not really like it, right? So if we have that piece, added piece to our toolbox, so to speak, of engaging our students every day of the week and having librarians on site, regardless of where they are in the district, I guarantee you we will foster love of reading. And also, too, a little caveat is we will also see a boost in our literacy reading scores. I guarantee you we will see a boost in our literacy test reading scores, et cetera, as well, because we will have students who are vested, who have discovered the love of reading, such as I did when I was a kid, growing up reading Beverly Cleary books. That's how old I am. So, with that, I want to say thank you so much, and thank you to everyone for the hard work with our curriculum. And also seeing Bridges in action. Our math curriculum is also very fantastic. Thank you.
Director Norvell.
Thank you. I'll try to run through really quickly. So I've had a great time visiting sites, and some of the things that I've seen there are the CTE programs. I've seen Number Corner in action. I've been a part of a morning meeting. I've seen the outdoor learning space at Dowling. I've been able to see the new safe and secure entry areas at sites. I've been talking about class size, and I've seen small class sizes, and I've seen overcrowded kindergarten class sizes. I've learned more about school climate, and I've seen the variety that we have in our schools of how libraries are funded based off of the priorities at that school, where some schools have a full-time librarian and others have a volunteer who comes in maybe once or twice a week. I was also able to attend the Nokomis East Neighborhood Association State of the Neighborhood Address, where I could give them an update on board work and the superintendent search, and the community members really do appreciate that. The policy committee, our comments for that, the policy committee will meet next at 4:30 p.m. on February 28th. For those of you who have been attending the committee meetings, please note that we will be shifting back to meeting in a conference room here on the first floor rather than meeting here in the boardroom as we have been doing. The front desk will have the meeting room, and committee members can watch for an update to the calendar invitation. I'd also like to remind directors to make your appointments the world's best workforce advisory committee. A number of members were recently appointed, and we've got their names noted on the meeting materials. If you need help with this, please let me know. Please let me or Ryan know if you need any more information. We'd love to get the committee membership set in the next few weeks. Thank you, Chair.
Director Ellison.
Director Ellison.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, was that the
Phillips Indian educators and the Mud Pie Group really thank board members who came out to the annual dinner, IPO meeting last week, and they just talked that up. I also want to report that they're working on the attendance campaign, and that on March 15th, the annual Native American Achievement Celebration takes place the day after our next board meeting, and I can report on this, so I want to let you guys know. Put on your calendar. It's at South High School in the evening. And then I want to thank associate superintendents and assistant principals who made space for me at their recent training. So thank you for the invitation. I really appreciated that. Thank you.
Thank you. And just a brief update from District 2. I was able to visit some of the schools as well. Olson Middle School. I was also able to visit Mona which is a hidden gym that we have in Northside Minneapolis area. I was very impressed with the resources, the information, how the children were engaged, just everything that I saw, the welcoming coming into the school. So that was very pleasing to see one of our schools that is really set up in a good space. Also had the opportunity to visit over at Henry as well as North. And again, even amongst all the obstacles, the students, the staff, the families are still very, very hopeful, and they are intentional about showing up and making sure our children have the opportunity to succeed. And so again, I think the more that we work together, the better opportunities that we have and that we can really build within our district. It just shows me again that with community, family, staff, we can do amazing things together. And so I was reminded of that as I went into North High, Henry High, Olson, again, everybody is just very unique in what they have to offer, and you can see it as you walk in the doors. So thank you. Finally, I'd like to provide an update on our meeting structure and format moving forward. Following our retreat and training from a few weeks ago, one of the items we discussed was for us as a board to establish a set of priorities so that we could focus our work and meeting time around those topics, as well as be able to provide that clarity and work to the interim superintendent. We also discussed how to use our meeting time in such a way that we would have more time to be processed and discuss these topics with the interim superintendent and members of her team. To support that work moving forward, beginning with the February 28th committee of the whole meeting, we will be working to establish a focused set of board priorities, which will then become the topics of the committee of the whole meetings, which will become working sessions. As you can see tonight, we have board members that have lots of
vì
questions,
mà
lots
các board
of
member
input,
tôi có lựa
lots
cái
of
input
solution,
thế
and
cái
we want
solution
to
thế
allow time for that
bây giờ
information
một chuyện ở
to be
đâu nữa tôi
given.
chủ sĩ thả thế
Once the topics are
thế
set,
tất cả bây
board
tôi thả nó
members will
thay
be
cái
asked
board
to
member bây
provide
giờ
in
nông hay
advance
thì
questions
kiểu
on the
luôn nông
topics.
hay thì cái
So
topic hay thì sẽ là cái superintendent Cox chủ information đặc biệt để chủ cái đặc biệt cái board member để chủ là sai sửa thế để chủ sĩ thả
It is our belief that
cái điều
this
có biết thân
format
trên
and
tôi thì có
process will
format
give
thế có
us,
process này khai
as
tao
Dr. Webb, our retreat
chủ
facilitator
khai
calls
cái retreat để chủ
discipline
hay có discipline protocol
for
sẽ
how
là
we
cái
board
shape
governors
bây board
and
governor này
provide the
thế shape
needed
bây
guidance
cái cái
and
cái ba này
direction
thế cái
for the
direction
administrators to
thế cái
implement.
administrator để chủ sai
Director
sửa
Beachy and I
director BG
ask for
thế
your
cú
support and
za cái niệm
patience as we
thơ
shift
bây
to this
thế
new format.
thơ ư
And
thế
we
và
invite
sen đấy
us
ba
all
ư thơ bây
to
sa
use
cái
this
cho bây
opportunity
giờ
to
để chủ
focus
muốn
on
suy
our
hỏi nó là
role
sai
as a
sửa
board.
là sai sửa thế ba ư
That
thơ ư
concludes
có
our
buồn nó nó bây giờ
agenda.
thả cho mà nó
Our
là
next
thế
meeting
bây giờ
will
thầy
be
tận đây nó
a recently scheduled
bây giờ
special
thầy tôi
meeting
tận được
to
có
continue
special là có sai
discussions
sửa
on
cho
our
thả cho bây giờ superintendent
search,
để bây giờ
timeline, and
bây sai
process.
sửa để bây
This
giờ
meeting
tôi
will be held
superintendent lấy
next
trả
Tuesday,
nó Tuesday
February
tận đây nó
21st
all in
at
tôi và
6
thiên năng
p.m.
có ý thủ trong mong chọn
We
tu
will also meet in the newly formatted committee, as Dr. Norville mentioned, of the whole on
tôi sẽ chủ sai
Tuesday,
sửa nó
February
Tuesday nó all in
28th,
tôi và thiên năng có ý
at a little earlier than usual, 5:30,
chứ không
to
biết
give
cho
ourselves more time
một
to
sửa rồi
work.
bây giờ sẽ thản gì thế
Without
chỉ ta là
objection,
chúng
I
mình
will
nói
now
chỉ trả bây giờ
adjourn
mà
this
còn nó
meeting.
lơ là
Happy
thế
Valentine's Day.
Happy
Good night,
Valentine's
everyone.
Day muốn nói cho linh số tụ